Evaporation, condensation, precipitation.
Gotcha! In reality, we're certified scuba instructors. And scuba diving is no laughing matter. If you all want to go scuba diving, oh, well, you do because you're in our class. Well, if you want to make sure that you're going to make it out alive, there's some things you're going to need to know.
First of all, the depths and layers of the ocean. What layer do you plan on scuba diving in? How low can you go?
Secondly, we're going to tell you about hydrostatic pressure, absolute pressure, gauge pressure, partial pressure, and even buoyant force.
Now I know what you might be thinking. Hydra who? Partial what? Don't worry, it'll all make sense to you in the end. And if not, you'll probably die.
Which brings us to our last topic, the effects on the human body under extreme amounts of pressure. So you'll know what will happen if you mess up.
Now let's take a moment to review the depths and pressures of the ocean. Tara, Nick, take it away.
What wasn't that informational?
Now, my scuba apprentices, if you want to live to see another scuba dive, you'd better listen up now. Hydrostatic pressure is the force per unit area exerted by a liquid or a gas on an object or a surface. If you've ever had your ears pop at the bottom of a swimming pool,
Well, I know I have.
you could thank hydrostatic pressure for that.
The formula is pressure equals force divided by area. 1 gallon of water is equal to 8.8 pounds. Now, just imagine, the deeper you go, the more gallons of water will be on top of you. And this could create a lot of pressure.
Well, that sure could, Tara.
It sure could.
Just for an idea of the other types of pressure, absolute pressure is hydrostatic pressure plus the pressure of the atmosphere.
Gauge pressure is the difference between absolute and specific pressure, and is measured with, well, gauges.
Partial pressure involves a fraction of the total pressure contributed by the gas in the ocean.
And buoyancy can be explained by the Archimedes principle. Well, he's a pretty smart guy. The buoyancy of a submerged body equals the weight of replaced liquid.
So a body will float if buoyancy is positive, sink if it's negative, and be suspended if it's neutral. In order to scuba dive, let's revisit the principle of how low can you go. Many scuba divers add weights to go down lower and create negative buoyancy.
Pressure can be a scary thing, but nothing compares to the terrors of deep water blackout or nitrogen narcosis.
Once upon an ocean dive, Tara and I both suffered from nitrogen narcosis. At first, the effects were euphoric, and we felt invincible.
Little did we know, this was actually a neurological impairment caused by dissolved nitrogen in your blood. Luckily, we surfaced before it was too late, but now we both have slight speech impediments.
Now we're going to show you a demonstration of nitrogen narcosis so you can identify it if one of your fellow classmates is suffering from it.
You ready, Nick?
Oh, I'm ready. Now each time that Tara swims by represents 10 feet lower she's going into the ocean. Recreational diving occurs at about 40 meters, but nitrogen narcosis can take place at anywhere below 100 feet. Here we are approaching 40 feet. 50 feet.
Well, I'm still fine.
60 feet. 70 feet. No, we are approaching nitrogen narcosis at this point. Here we are, approaching 100 feet. Tara's beginning to feel euphoric. She doesn't know what's about to happen.
Well, this feels pretty good. Wait, what's going on?
That's right, Tara just died from nitrogen narcosis.
I sure did. Other than the dangers of nitrogen narcosis, there are still many other risks involved with diving.
Hypothermia is one of these risks. You may not know, but it's really cold in the ocean. So if you're not wearing the proper equipment, or if you stay down for too long, you could get hypothermia. Oh, look out! If you experience uncontrollable shivering, or weakness, loss of coordination, confusion, pale skin, or slowed breathing and heart rate, you're experiencing hypothermia.
If you don't get out soon, might as well call yourself fish food. Also, you must be wary of the crushing effect. At just 100 feet below, your lungs will already be reduced to 1/3 the size due to water pressure. As you go deeper, any part of the body that's filled with air will collapse and be replaced with water. This is because of the gases inside of our bodies are less dense than the water in the ocean.
Now, we pray we prepared you to deal with the ocean depths. Hopefully now you won't kill yourself on your next scuba dive. Alright, class, now can you handle the pressure of deep sea diving?
Can they?
I sure hope so, Tara.
Well, thanks, guys. I hope you enjoyed our informational video on scuba
Now
instructing.
have a good scuba dive!